everybody know, man, I mean, really, who are you? Go ahead.
My name is Mike Regal. I'm a writer and a producer, you know, an artist, you know, that just tries to depict life the best way I can musically. Just giving the world my perspectives through instrumentation and through writing this music that, you know, I get inspiration experience with, you know what I'm saying? So I try to take it to the next level every time I do anything, you know. I go as hard as I can. I'm real competitive, real, you know, motivated all the time. At times, you know, I can be a procrastinator, but, you know, just like in the song I said, you know, procrastination is my nemesis. But it's like, you know, I try to fight it, you know what I'm saying? I try to use music to be a way to just fuel my energy and, you know, not even fuel my energy, but, you know, channel my energy, I should say. But it's like even when I'm mad, happy, or sad, it's like I'll either make a beat or I'll write a song about the way I feel, you know what I mean? It's like it's really a way for me to release and a way for me to express myself. I'm not really an outspoken person, but I say way more musically than I do in person, you know what I mean? So I try to just let just be me at all times, because that's all I can do.
What made you get into music? What made you use this? There's so many mediums that you can use to express yourself.
Yeah.
So many different ways. You know, what made you choose this? You know, why not art? You know, so why not like painted art or clay or anything else? You know, why music?
Honestly, man, I always wanted to draw when I was young, but I just didn't have the focus for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like take a lot of time and energy, make the lines perfect, and, you know, color inside the lines and make the shit perfect. It's like I never really wanted to, it didn't interest me to focus on it that much. But rhythm and beats always got me. Like I always noticed that when I was younger, even with my sister, that's who introduced me to hip hop. When she would play songs, a lot of times I drown out the words and I hear the beats. You know what I mean? Like that's what I would hear first. I'd be like, damn, you know, like that. A lot of times people can rap lyrics and I'd be like, damn, I don't know that song. But if I heard the beat, I'm like, oh, that's that. You know, like I remember a lot of stuff from that. So when I got a little bit older, you know, beating on tables, lockers, that's something people do all the time. You know what I mean? And like my teacher in high school, Lou Hall, he called himself Mr. Lou, you know. And
represent your school. I mean, go ahead, man. What school?
It was a private school called CEO Leadership Academy.
See,
yeah.
That's what's up. That's you're a leader.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So year, you know, he was like, man, you like to keep beating on these tables, man. You make beats or something? And I was like, no, I don't even know what to do it with. And then he was like, do you got a computer? You know, I was a little embarrassed to tell him, but at the time, all I had was like a Windows 98 gateway. You know what I'm saying, at the crib. So I'm like, that's all I got. He was like, see me at the end of the day. So I'm like, all right. I go to him, man. He pulled out the floppy disk on me with the Fruity Loops 3.4 and shit. I installed that, man. I was up for like 3 days straight. Going to school, coming to the crib, right to the shit. Just up all night. Made like 20 beats in like a week. Because I was just, they was bullshit. You know what I mean? I was just like, I couldn't believe it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, what the fuck? I can really do this shit? So I just doing it over and over, and it just started to be something that it became a habit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like something I just got obsessed with. So anytime I felt, like I said before, if I felt any kind of emotion, anger, sadness, happiness, music. Winning the Miltown Beatdown has helped me with, like, you know, making a lot of connections, and people that didn't know my name and didn't know anything about me know now. You know what I mean? It's definitely, you know, brought in some more clientele, and it's been able to connect me with people that I've been able to work with and, you know, get things from that have benefited my career. I mean, like, just for example, like Lex Luthor and Kane One, you know, two of my biggest competition in the finals, two people, you know, I lost a lot of sleep over, you know, preparing for, definitely, but have helped me out a lot, you know, since after the beatdown. Even with, like, you know, Mike and Ike, who I didn't battle, me and him exchanged a lot of knowledge on stuff. You know what I mean? I'm working with Hitman G, You know, me and Mo got a little bit cooler. You know, I gave Mo some advice. You know, he might get back in it next year, but it's like, it just connected me with a lot of people that helped me musically now that, you know, I definitely needed, you know. You know, it was definitely a work of God, me getting in it, because I almost didn't get in it. I didn't want to participate again. So, me being a rapper and performing and knowing the energy it takes to get people in tune with songs that they don't know, and to make them even pay attention and not go, you know, do this and start doing other thing and conversating, it takes a lot. And it's a certain sound you have to project. The drums got to hit a certain way. It has to drop a certain way. It's got to be a certain tempo. So going into the beatdown this year, I did a lot of performing, and I knew right away what to do to hit the people. Like I knew, I said, I got to hit them right away. And I got to move. I have to show that I like this as much as, you know, everybody in here should like it. So much energy and, you know, dancing and reacting and putting in, you know, mannerisms with my stuff. It's like, because I knew that that would bring the crowd in, that would loosen people up, it would get people in tune. Like even the people that know me the best never expected me to open up like that. Like some of my best friends was like, man, that first beat, as soon as it dropped, you just like got to jumping up down. I'm like, whoa, that's Mike up there. Like, you're so laid back, man. You know, we didn't expect you to do that shit. Like my cousin was like, man, I was surprised you turned up like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I'm like, man, I was performing. I looked at it as a performance, and I just sit there and nod their head. That's what you do in the studio. My favorite song I produced probably would be Luxurious Shit by my homie T1 Guevara. Made that song back in, I want to say, I hope I ain't wrong, but 2011. Just the time in life, you know what I'm saying, like what we was going through, and when I made it, I had it for myself, you know what I'm saying, and I played it for Tip, and you know, like Tip, man, he got a little, what is it, he got like a little, you know, like a little niche that he does when, you know, when his brain is flowing, when he gets his ideas flowing, he gets to rub in his hands. So, you know, like we was at his crib at the time, I got to play in that beat. And I think it's a, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Roy Ayers sample. It was off a mixtape we did together called Regal a couple years ago. And it just was so nasty. It had a saxophone on it too, but it was just crazy, man. It just dropped so nasty. And then he was just feeling it so hard, you know, and he like wrote that whole song that night. And then like when he ended up recording it about a month later, man, that was like, I mean, no disrespect to the other artists, you know, Reg, AR, my homie Chikan, you know, all the people I work with, Genesis, you know what I'm saying, Bonnie, you know, all kind of stuff, man. Like, my homies, like just, when I heard that song, man, I couldn't stop playing it. You know what I mean? It was just like, I couldn't even believe I made the beat for something that raw. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, this nigga here really made some shit out of this. Like,
your favorite MC? That's what
favorite MC right now.
You saying like on an all time or just like?
Let's go all time. All time. Favorite MC. This nigga walk in the room, you act like you Kardashian and you a 15-year-old little boy.
It would have to be Jay-Z, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a little cliche, but it's Jay, definitely.
Okay. Favorite producer. Same thing applies. Same situation.
Kanye.
Kanye.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You wouldn't, so not Kanye for his lyrics, but for his production.
But that's what I was gonna say. Like, that's what I was gonna say though. Like, why is Jay-Z your favorite?
That's what I was gonna say. Why wouldn't you put Kanye as your favorite MC?
Because I like Kanye MC more than I like Jay MC, to be honest.
Oh shit.
I do.
But, it's because of my
some crazy shit.
With my personal style, Jay is more meticulous with the wordplay. Kanye is a little sloppy with it. Yeah. Jay ain't that sloppy with it. It's well put together. It's thought out. You gotta hear. I just figured out some shit Jay was talking about on a verse like 7 years ago, like just now, and I'm like, dawg, I've been heard that, and I'm like, I just got it. You know, shit like really amazes me about like clever wordplay. Kanye has it, but it's like, it could be a little too playful for me at times. You know what I mean? The jokes, the humor is good. I try to put that in there, but I like how Jay just give it to you raw. It's like, you got to really know how to even, you got to know how to decode it. You got to know how to talk the language to even understand Jay. You know what I mean? Like, it's people that hear Jay-Z but don't know what he's saying all the time. And it's like Kanye production, though. It's like him as a, how he's so creative and he always like opening doors and doing stuff nobody's doing. Like, he literally is like one of the only artists, as I like really noticed, that has a catalog that's deep and every album is different. And he like got better with being different. You know, so it's like, I'm like, damn, like when you look at the College Dropout, the production was really soulful, just drums and snares and like Congo loops. He get the late registration. He got people playing violins. He got Mike Dean doing the keyboards for him. He other producers to get stuff, and then by the time he get to Graduation, he's pulling in DJ Toon. He's doing stuff with T-Pain, like against the wall of what you would think he would do. You know what I mean? It's like he got who else am I forgetting? Toon did a large majority of the production on that album. Can't Tell Me Nothing, Good Life, Big Brother. He did that one by itself, and that's like one of my favorite songs by Kanye. And who else? Timbaland. He went to Timbaland and got drums for Stronger when he couldn't get it right. Drums, you know, stuff like that. And then even after that, 808s and Heartbreaks, where the way rap is now was because of that album. With all the auto-tune and the melodic rap, Kanye started all that. Then totally flipped it in Dark Twisted Fantasy and then Yeezus. And it's like, it's just he revolutionary with it. And he didn't stop making beats. He just add his funk to beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to even be able to step away from it and still people know that you, to know what you added to it. Like, you know, when you hear Ham, you know what Kanye put on that beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know he put the orchestras in the, you know he put all that shit on there. So it's like, but going back to when Jay with the rapping, it's like when Jay got that presence that everybody say like, oh, I saw Jay-Z walking past. You know, he just kept walking. Like, Jay is just a man. He don't even really stage command a crowd of 50,000 people just standing there rapping, knowing word for word. As complex as it is. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the challenge with Jay. That's what I like about him, just how he can just come with some shit and just take everything and twist and turn it and manipulate words and make it like relate to real life. And he tells stories every rhyme too. And that's one thing I try to do, like try to be able to paint a picture like Jay. I would define it as like 2090s. Like a blend of me growing up in the 2000s from the early to the mid to now, but then as well, you know, me being born in 89, you know, I grew up through the entire 90s, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I remember a lot of stuff. I remember Michael Jordan playing and it being on NBC and all that other kind of stuff that I know cats that rap that when I bring it up, they don't know that, you know, they don't remember Ahmad Rashad, you know what I'm saying, doing the NBA. You know, so it's like, I'm like, damn, you know, but having that, it also gives me an edge, I feel like, because now a lot of people are reaching for that, but it's not necessarily as authentic as coming from that. You know, stay focused. Like, that's just it. Like, for real, that's one thing I say a lot, stay focused. And that's like 2 key words. It's like, if you really want to do it, you're going to do it, and you have to do it. It has to be your life. It has to be your obsession. Like, who is real good at basketball, I tell him, like, the reason why Michael Jordan and Kobe is so good is because they did nothing but fucking hoop. Like, that's all they did was hoop constantly. It was their obsession. It's all they thought about. You know, that's all they want to do. That's the only way you can be great at anything. You have to be obsessed with it. You have to live it, breathe it, eat it, smell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that has to be you. Even when you're not in that mode, people have to be able to see you and be like, oh, he must hoop or something. You know what I mean? Like, Magic Johnson says everywhere he went when he was younger, he used to bounce the ball to the store, go home, bounce the ball with the right hand. Every time he walked somewhere, he did that. Going to it, left hand, coming back, right hand. it's just like that. Constantly stay in that computer, stay in that zone, stay working. If you're not working on beats, go online and watch other people make beats and get motivation. Watch their tips, watch their mannerisms and how they do it, and just peep their techniques. You know what I mean? That's what I did a lot. Like sometimes, you know, you don't always make something. So I'll watch a lot of stuff like interviews, other things like that, and just, you know, peep their techniques, the way people think and the way that they do stuff, and try to apply it to myself. You know, and just get better from that. But just stay focused, stay driven, and just keep going. Like, never stop. That's one thing I would say. Just like...